morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this morning, Tuesday, January 25th, 2022, here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to make you a successful currency trader and be the best version of yourself that you can. And we do that by teaching you how to use our time-tested and very accurate proprietary trading tools. And we supplement that with some personalized one-on-one training, which we feel is the really most efficient and effective way to learn currency trading. In this session, I will focus on two different specific trades. One, something called the 10-point trade, and another called the thick orange line trade. So with that, let's get started. We need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Oh, that guy's kind of tough in the morning. One of the great things about our program is that we do these live trades where someone comes online, does their analysis, so it's a teaching moment. And then more importantly, they recommend a trade and allow you to see how accurate the tools are and let you be the judge as to how good the tools work. If you are in the light program, you get access to what's in the yellow. A little later this morning, there's an intro to coaching session. When you become a regular member, in addition to what you get access to in the yellow, you get access to a morning trade at 10 a.m. and an evening trade at 10 p.m., a Sunday trade at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then we also have an additional paid session at 8 p.m. So with that, let us, I work off of a checklist, as you know, if you've been here for a bit. I like to make sure everything is up and running, and I've done that before I connected. Good practice is to review what we did before. Yesterday and last night's trade, on the live trade, we didn't find a trade, so nothing to review there. If you took my my trade setup, depending on what time you took it, it may or may not have hit. It was a pending trade. Mine did hit, and I got stopped out. Issue there was actually I knew it when right after I placed it, was my entry was a little too close to the resistance line. I needed to give it just a little bit more over the line. So there wouldn't be a peek through. It did peek through, it hit, and I got stopped out. So I've got kind of a busy day today to kind of make up for that. As we are technical traders, so I guess the point is, I've been doing this 3 years, and I still sometimes make little mistakes. As you keep doing it, you get better and better and better, and your accuracy increases as you kind of weed out the frequency of those little mistakes. As we are technical traders, news impacts currency. So we want to know what the news is so that we can trade around it. And to do that, we go to forexfactory.com, and forexfactory.com breaks news down into three categories: low impact, which is orange, yellow, medium impact, which is orange, and high impact, which is red. And today we don't have any high impacts. So that's what I'm looking for. If there's a high impact, I want to trade. I don't see anything that's going to bother us all day. We've got a kind of a clear agenda. Today is a bank holiday in Australia, so the volume will be down a little bit. All right, so with that, let's take a look and see what the market is giving us. This first chart, the light six. I'm sorry, I checked this right before we went on, and we are frozen. So what we are going to do, let me just see if we refresh it, if it fixes it real quick. I did check all the charts a minute beforehand, or not a minute, but a few minutes beforehand, and updated them all. But we are, so we're going to close this, exit out, and close this. Let's open up a new one here, minimize this. And all right, so we're back again. So this is one of the standard chart layouts. It is called the Light 6 Major. I like to call it the composite chart because it's showing us 6 different currency pairs all on a 1-hour candle. I primarily trade off of a 1-hour candle. As you do your training, we will develop a trade plan based around the signal that kind of resonates with you. We've got over a dozen signals, and this is the one I like and I primarily trade off of. But there's other ones that other traders make a lot of money off of, but this one makes sense to me and I like it and I'm comfortable with it. So I am looking for situations. I start with the middle part of the chart, the majors and minors, and this blue line is the overbought line and this red line is the oversold line. I'm looking for situations where all the lines are either below the line pointing up or above the line pointing down. When I see that, that is a good setup, and I am going to catch the run as it goes all the way through the channel. Right now on the Australian USD, we are oversold and going down. Euro USD, we are oversold, and we've been oversold for a while. Now, when you are oversold, I myself usually don't take trades when we're oversold. And the reason being is I just don't know how much more of a down move there is. And you can see there's been, in the last 6 hours, there's been quite a bit of a down move. We've been oversold, and it's stayed oversold for a bit. I'm interested in taking high probability trades. So on those high probability trades, I want the information that's in this section, in the TNT section, and in the pressure section, all to line up to give me that high probability trade. Pound USD, excuse me, yeah, pound USD oversold, still going down. USD Canadian, we're in the middle of the channel, about halfway, so I'm going to pass. Dollar Swiss franc, we are overbought. Minors are started to come down. Majors are still going up. And USD yen, we've got the beginning of a signal here. We are overbought. The majors, the red and green lines are going down. The minors are going down. So everybody's going, so we're overbought. That's a point. Everybody's going down. That's a point. And the red line has crossed over the green line, and the black line has crossed over the gray line. So I've got 3 points here. When I have 3 points here, I'm going to go up to the TNT and count how many lines are in agreement with what I'm seeing here. So this is telling me buy. The 2 orange lines going down are telling me buy. The blue lines are inversely related. So what that means is when blue is going up, that means, excuse me, too early in the morning. So the 2 orange lines are going down. That means sell. The blue lines are inversely related. When blue is going up, that means sell. So all 4 of the lines here are telling me sell. Now, the one thing I don't quite like about this is I don't like the slope of the green line. I'd like to see it a little bit steeper. But, you know, it is going down. And lastly, I need a point from the pressure. And the pressure is telling me it's up pressure. And the green line is on top. I want these lines either going down or I want the red line on top. I don't have that. So even though I've got 3 points here and 4 points here, so I got 7 points, I want to have a point from each section, and I don't have a point here. The green line is starting to roll, and what I mean by starting to roll, the slope was more steep and it's become less steep, and the red line is about to cross over. The lines are converging, they're getting closer together, but they haven't crossed yet. So I want to really wait till this line crosses before I take this trade. So we're a little premature here. So since we didn't see anything here, I'm going to open up a new chart. All of those first charts were primarily USD charts. They all had the US dollar in them. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and cloned this chart and put in new pairs. And I've got 4 of these that we're going to go through and see what we can find. Euro pound, overbought, still going up. Oh, this was a nice signal. See how all these lines are nice and tight, going together. And oh, well, it changed a little bit here while it was formulating. All right, so euro pound, we're oversold, going up into the channel. Everybody's pointing up. The green line has crossed over the red line. The gray line has crossed over the black line. We are a little less than halfway through the channel. And when I say less than halfway through the channel, I'm looking at what the majors are doing versus the minors. The minors have already passed the halfway channel, or halfway point. So this is a good setup. I like this setup. I also like that we went from less steep here. The line kinked and has become more steep. So 3 points here. The 2 orange lines are going up, telling me buy. The 2 blue lines are coming down, telling me buy. I've got down pressure, but the green line is crossed over, and actually the green line is going up a little bit, and these lines are diverging. So I got a point here for the green line being on top. I got 3 points here. I got 4 points here, so I got a total of 8 points. So this is a good setup. Once I have the good setup, my next move is to confirm that to confirm is to confirm so that's on the euro pound. I want to write this down. Euro pound, and we're looking at a buy. I want to confirm that it's a good trade, and just checking my processing speed since we're taking so long to all right, so I want to look at a chart that has more time periods on it than just the 1 hour, and I want to get confirmation on the longer time periods, say the 2 hour and the 4 hour, that were indeed oversold. So this is what? Why did it? So this chart is showing me a 5 minute, a 30 minute, a 1 hour, a 2 hour, a 4 hour, and a day. And I'm going to change the chart from Euro AUD to Euro Pound. So this was the chart we were looking at. What I want to do is on the 2 hour chart, I want to confirm that we're oversold also, which we are. It doesn't necessarily have to be going up like it is here. I just want to make sure that we're oversold. And the reason I want to make sure that we're oversold is because if this stalls out for some reason, or if this changes, if we're oversold here, that means we're going up eventually. So it may take a little longer for the trade to execute, but this is giving me confirmation that we're going up. And here, again, we're oversold. The minors have turned up. The majors haven't, but that's okay that we're oversold. And you can see the lines have started to turn. They're going sideways. What I don't want is this to be a buy, and then over here it to be a sell, kind of like what we're seeing on the day chart. The day chart we're overbought still, and starting to roll. I'm not paying attention to the day chart because I'm just looking at this signal. I just want to take a little piece of the move out of this signal, and I'm happy with the 4 hour and the 2 hour telling me that. The pressure is sideways with red on top. Pressure here is sideways also with red on top. So I like what the pressure is telling me also. So I like the buy signal. Now the question is, how much is that buy worth? So to figure out how much that buy is worth, I am going to open up a clean chart. And going back to my analysis, I want to know what the trend is and where the support and resistance lines are. And that's going to help me. This trade is a trade that requires me to figure out what the trade, how many pips are possible here. So that it makes it a little more advanced trade. Some of the trades we show you in the beginning, the number of pips are already kind of pre-calculated. You're just going to take 3 or 5 pips. Here, this trade's going to be worth somewhere between 5 and 30 pips, but I need to figure that out. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to drop support and resistance lines on here. Support and resistance lines are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And what happens is on those natural stopping points, it becomes like a little speed bump. The price action slows down when it hits those spots. So I want to know where those spots are so I can again trade around them, trade up to them. So you can see it stopped in here, it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here. So on a chart that I trade, say like the Euro USD, I have these pre-drawn in. I don't trade the Euro pound that much, so I have to add them when I'm ready to take a trade. On the Euro USD, these lines are about 30 pips apart. And if you see here, we went from 53 to 70. They're about 20 pips apart. I'm going to put one more above. So right in here, right in here, right in here, in here a little bit. So now that we have these, then the next question is, what is the trend? Well, and I want to know the trend. So I am trading, if I am trading with the trend, so the trend means if the general movement is moving up, and I'm taking a buy, I'm going to take more pips than if I'm taking a sell. So like back here, you can pretty clearly see we've got a downtrend going on. Then sideways quite a bit, a little bit down. This looks like an uptrend, and but it may be breaking out of the trend here. So we're definitely going up. Is this a break here? I'm going to think about that while I'm talking. Then I want to know how much room do I have to each of these lines. So if I take a buy trend, I get 7 pips. I've got 7 pips from where we're at now till we hit this line. And if I take a sell, I've got 8 pips. And let me just, that's 9 pips. 9 pips here. Let's just take a look at the signal one more time. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a we're going to take a 7 pip buy on this. I don't want to go all the way to the line because I'm not sure, because it's kind of broken out a little bit out of the channel, and I'd rather be a little bit safe. So we're going to go ahead and take a 7 pip buy. So I'm going to open up my MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4, and I do not have the Euro Pound in here, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart, and I'm going to look for Euro Pound. Euro Pound is in this second group here, so I'm going to click on Euro Pound. I'm going to make it the same, so I'm looking at the same thing. I'm going to go to the second row, click New Order, Euro pound. I'm going to check the symbol, the volume. This is a demo account. It's got the 10,500 in it to figure out my lot size. I'm going to just move the decimal spot here over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am going to take a 1.05. So I am going to round that up to 1.1. And I'm not going to worry about the stop loss or the take profit yet. I just want to get the order in. So I'm going to go to buy. And once it records underneath, I click anywhere along the order. I right click, go to modify, and it's going to let me put in the parameters. So 7 pips is 70 points. If I put 70 in here and click the little boot button, it does the math for me. And right now we're going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. So if I'm going for 70 pips, I am going to put in 280, excuse me, 7 pips. I'm going to put 28 pips in, which is 280 points. I'm going to go back and take a look at that in a minute on the full chart. But for now, let's put this in. So we have a buy on the euro pound. Buy on the euro pound. Take profit is 0.8389. That's 0.8389. Stop loss is 0.83533. 0.83533. On the stop loss, and just looking at this, I don't like to get stopped out. I'm going to just pull this stop loss down just a little bit so that we are below where it's traded at the last day. So I've changed the stop loss to 0.83458. 0.83458, so that we are outside of this. And in looking at this, I think we could even probably we could increase our take profit right up to here, because our stop loss line is right in here. Our stop loss line was right in here. I'm going to move it up to where it's just on the inside of this candle. So I've increased the take profit just a little bit. So I've changed our take profit to 0.83910, 0.83910, which is inside. If we go back to our, if we go back here, we've got the stop loss at 0.84, or we've got the resistance line at 0.84066, 0.84. So we're taking our take profit at 0.83, at 0.83 something. So we're well inside of this, and we're kind of inside of this little group here that's traded at. All right, so he's taken one trade. Let's see if we can see a quick scalp trade. So I'm going to go back to the original chart we were looking at, the light 6 major. This trade is good at the top of the hour. At the top of the hour, and you can see we've got only 57 seconds left. So I am looking for situations where this number is either 0 or 1, and when it's 0 or 1, I want to see that all of these lines are either well below or well above. So this is 0, but these lines aren't far enough below, so I'm going to go this kind of fast. 10, yes, I'm way up here, but these lines are down here. I want them up here. 0.3, yes. Ooh, 0.3, yes. The red line here isn't far enough down. I'd like to see the red line kind of where the black line is. So not quite. 0.9, yes, but these lines aren't high enough. 3 isn't close enough. I want 0 or 1 are within 1 point. 1.6 isn't close enough. This has bumped up. It's gone from where it was a minute ago. Some people wait till the trade goes through. So it went from 0.3 to 2. Some people would take this trade right now. Where the lines are now, if this were 0 at the top of the hour, I would take it, but I'm not taking it yet. All right, so we used one signal, the 10-point signal. We took a like an 8-pip trade on the euro pound. It's currently in the money, and I would expect this to close within the next 1 to 3 hours. Let's see if we have any questions. No questions. All right. Thanks for being here, gang. There is another Trader Light session at 9:30 this morning if you're available. Again, where they will do a 30-minute instructional. We are here to make you great traders. I'm so glad to have you with us and to be able to help you become an excellent trader. We will be doing this again on Thursday. Thanks so much. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.